Hey, welcome to SteveBizBlog. Hey, this is Steve Imke. Hey, I'd like to share with you an awesome tool that you can use to go ahead and do some research on individual people. Specifically, we're talking about using a tool that is under the toolset that is available through ReferenceUSA called the LifeStyle database. So today I want to go talk to you about how you might use this tool in any kind of your marketing efforts. For right now, we're going to go ahead and access through my library district. Many of the different places, different jurisdictions will use different types of ways to access it. We access it through our library district, and ours is ppld.org. So you would type in whatever library you are. So this is unique to my particular jurisdiction, but it'd be probably similar in many cases to yours. So it happens to be underneath the research tab and under business and finance. It's a database tool, so we want to click on databases, and then you want to scroll down, and in our particular case, until you find ReferenceUSA, since I indicated it was part of that tool set. So as you can see here, there's about 10 different databases, a U.S. business database, but the one we want to talk about right here is this consumer lifestyle database. So if you click on that, it comes up here, and we have basically two ways that we can search this database, a quick search or an advanced search. So in the particular situation here for a quick search would be like, if I'm going to go ahead and have a meeting with an individual, I'd like to know what their interests are, perhaps before we have that meeting, because let's face it, people like to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And so if we have a common interest, maybe we're both skiers, maybe we both like pets or something like that, I can bring that up in my conversation and be sure that we're going to create some degree of affinity before we even get into talking about the basics of our particular meeting. So an example would be, let's say I'm going to look up myself right here. So this would be one way that you might want to search that. So you could go ahead and say, here, this is my name, and I live in the state of Colorado. So I'm going to say I want all the people that have my name in Colorado. Results come up here. That's me. We would click on that piece of information. It gives you some basic information about me, my home, that kind of stuff, how I basic stuff. But essentially what you need to understand is that every time I use a credit card, a debit card, or a loyalty card, basically anything but cash, the billing address or the address that I'm associating with that loyalty card and the UPC code of what I'm making a purchase, whether that's online or whether that's in physical form, is inexorably matched in big data. And what they do here is they say, if I were spending more than the median in any one of their many different categories that they track, essentially, I'm going to show up on this particular list. So if this is me, for example, you can see that these are the kinds of things that I spend more money on than a median person would. One would be a general apparel, men's apparel, books and magazine subscription, gourmet food and wine, home decorating, automotive things, motorcycle enthusiasts, truck enthusiasts, and so on and so forth. So I could find something in this list that at some level I would have some degree of a relationship with the person that I'm going to be talking to, that we have some common interest, because again, people like to do business with people they know, like, and trust. All right, but this is only one way to use this particular tool. I'd like to talk to you about another way to access this kind of information, and that's through what we call the advanced search feature. Now, the advanced search feature, let's just say I was opening up a motorcycle shop in the town where I live. So I want to find out who all the people who are motorcycle enthusiasts in my particular town. So typically what I would do is I would come down here. First of all, it tells me that there's roughly about 312 million people in this database. Now I need to really, because it's a database, I want to restrict it a little bit. So first thing I'm going to do is I want to only care about the people that are in the town that I live in. So I would select city and state. So I live in the state of Colorado, so I click on that, and it's going to list all the different cities that are in here. I live in the town of Monument, Colorado, so let me scroll down and find Monument, Colorado in here. Oops. There's Monument, Colorado. Now, if I do an update count right now, it's telling me there's about just short of 31 million people of records they have in Monument, Colorado. But again, remember, we're trying to focus on just those people who are going to be motorcycle enthusiasts. So here we have this section called Lifestyles. And so if I click on that, it's going to open up another dialog box. And these are all the different broad category areas where we could actually find some information. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to zoom in on right here, this motor vehicles thing. We're going to open up that window, and you can see auto racing and so on and so forth. But we're going to look for motorcycle enthusiasts. Now, if I click on the update count, it's telling me now we have about 502 people that live in the town of Monument that are motorcycle enthusiasts. All right, so now I can simply go ahead and I can view the results, and it's going to give me everybody's name, and I could literally connect on any one of these people, and I can find out information about them. I know their address and so on and so forth to be able to access it. So here's a list. There's 21 pages full of people all filled with this kind of information that gives me their address and a way to contact them, and in many cases it even has their phone number to be able to do that. So that's certainly one way to do that. But another way is to use this tool up here called the heat map. By clicking on the heat map right here, it will give me essentially a heat map of the Monument area, and all these green areas indicate that these are people who are motorcycle enthusiasts. So I can, in fact, zoom in a little bit on my particular location here, and you can see this is basically the neighborhood I live in, and all these little pins indicate people who are, in fact, motorcycle enthusiasts. And this is roughly the area where I live. And look, if I go over that pin, you'll see that my name comes up. Here's another person right there. These are all my neighbors, and all these people have motorcycles. This is an awesome tool for you as a marketer or a small business owner to go ahead and find out people who might be able to use your product. Hey, I hope this has been an informative video for you. And don't forget to check out our blog, SteveBizBlog.com, and have a wonderful day.